I can. My name is Mel Boiling, and I've worked with the Forest Service for going on about 10 years now. It's probably getting closer to 11. Just for kind of a FYI, my background is in recreation resource management. I've always worked in outdoor recreation. I kind of got hooked into it by just taking a rafting trip one day at the end of a summer when I was on a motorcycle trip with a friend, and I've been kind of enamored just by every outdoor recreation pursuit ever since. I enjoy it all. I love to ski. I love to snowboard. I love to ride ATVs. I like to ride dirt bikes, mountain bike, hike, backpack in the wilderness. Pretty much anything and everything associated outdoor recreation I've always enjoyed. So for me, the position I have as recreation staff officer with the Camino Real Ranger District is really a perfect fit because we have such just a myriad of great outdoor opportunities on the Carson National Forest that I think is really unique to a lot of Region 3 of the Forest Service system, which is inclusive of all of Arizona and all of New Mexico. As well, what's really unique here is we have the largest concentration of winter recreation for the Forest Service, with 4 ski areas being on the Carson, TSV being one of them. It offers a really unique opportunity for us to kind of showcase what the Forest Service is all about relative to outdoor recreation. And we work real closely with the ski valleys. For me, on our district, I work real closely with Sipapu, a real small area, but one that gets a lot of use as well. So over the last few years, I've worked in a variety of tourist-based communities. Prior to being here, I was in Sedona, Arizona, and then prior to that, in Park City, Utah. So I understand the intricacies of economies that have a lot to do with bringing tourists in, trying to keep them there a few days at least to enjoy an area and see what the culture and history and opportunities are all about for an area. So I take that to heart, and when I hear a lot of what is of interest to the local communities, working with the other agencies, working with business owners, and working with groups like the Green Infrastructure Plan here in Taos, and then more recently working more so with Moreno Valley with some of their concerns relative to the Carson National Forest and outdoor pursuits over there. Our role within the communities is really complex because there's so much to offer here. We have to kind of try to cover our bases with a finite amount of resources within the Forest Service because it is a 4-season recreation opportunity spectrum here. We really have to kind of see where we can kind of get the most bang out of our buck as far as recreation goes. We don't have a large pool of folks that work mainly in recreation on the forest, and even on my district, there's only a couple of us. So what we try to do is really just make the best of that and try to use our resources most efficiently and effectively to cover all the bases. This year has been particularly interesting because we've really sat down and as a group, myself and my other counterparts in the other districts, and asked ourselves how can we do business better? How can we we have this amount of money to work with. How can we meet all our goals? Are we doing things incorrectly? Can we streamline our processes? Can we look at other ways to leverage our dollars to go after grants, work with community partners, engage volunteers in a different way than we have in the past? And we're in that process right now, trying to see what we can do to not only maintain the opportunities we have, but improve upon those as well, and improve upon the resources. So for this year, just to kind of give you an idea of what we're doing, our district, the district I work on, covers basically what you see in Taos itself, and then everything south toward Penasco and over toward the Moreno Valley. This year we've really focused on trying to expand our inclusion of volunteers in our normal program of work. We've continually worked with the New Mexico Volunteers for the outdoors the last couple of years, and this year we're working with them on 3 different trail projects. We're working with the New Mexico Wilderness Alliance, Moreno Valley Trekkers, the Boy Scouts of America. We're trying to actively recruit some volunteer wilderness rangers from different colleges to come and not only help us out, but it helps them as well, because it allows them to gain some practical experience to put on their resume and to take back with them, and to get them a taste of what working for a public land management agency is all about, and providing recreation opportunities and working with the various forest publics that come and recreate on public lands. Another kind of larger project that we have that's going to be going on that should have started last fall, but because of a variety of factors did not, was we are going to be doing a reconstruction project at El Nogal, which is the campground / picnic area that's at the base of Taos Canyon. It's where Divisadero Trail starts, South Boundary Trail starts. That's going to be really converted to more of a trailhead facility, and the parking lot's going to be kind of reconfigured so it's a lot easier to use and can hold more vehicles down there rather than right on the shoulder of the road up there. That I see as a real important project because that's right at the base of the canyon. It's also right at the start of the scenic byway there, so it's going to get a lot of visibility, and if that's the first site anybody sees as they come into Taos to recreate, we want it to be a nice looking site. As well, last year we resurfaced the Elliott Barker Trailhead on the other side of Taos Canyon. In the fall, we did some work on the Amola Canyon area that's on 518, just outside of Taos. It's where there are summer trails there, but it's also a concentration of our cross-country ski trails, which we're trying to spend a lot more time on. That was resurfaced. We marked the trails more thoroughly. We put up a map on a kiosk there to kind of showcase those trails as well. We have a new restroom that's going to be installed up at U.S. Hill, up at the sledding and sled hill up there, and the winter trailhead. So we do have a lot of projects going on that are going to be highly visible to the public, and we recognize that both a lot of these areas are very high profile and highly visible, especially with 518 being the high road to Taos now. We want to make sure that we're doing our part to provide good opportunities, but also to provide nice facilities as well. As well on that's one of my focuses. I've tried to, since being with the Camino Real Ranger District the last few years, I've kind of actively sought out additional monies to augment our appropriated dollars in the form of grants and other partnerships, so that we can work on our existing facilities and bring them up to a standard that's really nice. We really want this to be a good opportunity for the forest to showcase these outdoor recreation opportunities. Along with that, we're continually working on a lot of the fuels reduction projects. This year we have a very large project that we're just starting on in Taos Canyon. It's going to be about 6,000 acres, and we're just starting the NEPA process for that to do a lot of thinning, and it kind of augments a lot of the projects that John over here has worked on with us with Shady Brook and North Shady Brook, and that's in the hopes that we don't have another fire like in Sabato, which got a lot of press and a lot of attention and had a lot of dollars spent on it as well. So we're hoping that doesn't happen again, but we're trying to be proactive in doing a lot of these projects to reduce that threat of wildfire, because that is always a common thing we have every year, and just because we have a great snow year this year doesn't mean we'll have one next year. So we have to kind of continually work on that, and in the hopes that we can at least address some of the concerns for the particular communities at risk. We're also working with the Pot Creek community on a lot of projects like that, and other communities on the south side of the forest. And I know that Ron Thibodeau, the district ranger for the Cuesta Ranger District, is doing the same for a lot of the north side of the forest as well. So I think that's probably enough information for you from me, but I'll be more than happy to answer any questions afterwards.